Welcome, Sagittarius and Sagittarius cross watchers, to your reading for this week. So we have the Devil card that came out here first. All right, let's see what's going on here. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. So somebody is a little bit upset with you. I'm trying to say that delicately. They seem to feel like it's BS that you have, that you're not giving them the attention that they want anymore. I feel like it's not like they don't know why this has happened, but they seem to feel like it's BS from their perspective. Okay. Doesn't mean that this is, necessarily how you're seeing things or the case, right? But they are looking at it like, Sag has never done this before. I don't know why they're doing this. Why won't they pay attention to me? Why aren't they looking at me? Feeling like whatever it was that they did, that it isn't that big of a deal. And Sag, like, there's that whole kind of narrative running for this person. And I feel like underneath all of that, that like justification and stuff like that, I feel like it's actually, they're very hurt. And they kind of do that deflection thing, like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It's not this, it's not that. I feel like it's like a defense mechanism, right? Because I feel like it's coming from this, there seems to be this, like, whatever part of them is hurting. Let's say we'll call it their inner child. May not be, but we'll call it that. That inner child is like, it's desperate for it, right? It's desperate for this to be fixed. And I feel like, I'm going to be honest, I feel like it's actually going to be really heartbreaking to this person if it's not fixable, or if you don't allow them back, right? They also seem to feel like it's someone else. There's an element of whatever's going on that they feel is someone else's fault. It's almost like they may feel, let's say, for example, they did something that they shouldn't have done, and then your sibling came and told you, right? Like they told your sibling, or their sibling, sorry, your sibling saw them do it and came and told you. And they're kind of like, oh, this never would have happened if, Sag's sibling didn't tell them. Right. So it's like there still is a lot of this kind of justification going on, feeling like they're trying to find a way out of this that doesn't require them to kind of face what they did or own up to it. Right. It's like they're trying to find a way to sidestep all of this, to do something that's like, this is a terrible word to use, but like, they're trying to like hatch a plot here so that they can somehow subvert what the sibling has told you, or whoever has told you, so that they can kind of just sidestep this whole mess, right? I feel like this is the kind of person that when things are going sideways or it's kind of a mess, instead of being able to kind of barrel through it, they'll just sidestep the whole thing and hope it doesn't come back up. Right? They'll just sweep it under the rug and, don't notice those lumps over there. It's fine. Just keep walking on them. They'll flatten eventually. It's that kind of an energy. Actually, we're going to go this deck. Can we get a clarifier for this person? So even with all of that, in mind, Sag, I do keep getting that this person, they do not want to lose you, but it's almost like the genuine, oh my gosh, the genuine part of them that doesn't want to lose you seems to be kind of overtaken by this other energy that's like justifying and all that sort of stuff. I just want to make sure I didn't miss a card. So we have this, the Five of Pentacles came up again, I guess. And then we have the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I mean, I feel like this person, if you do kind of leave them, to their own devices or out in the cold, so to speak, I feel like they are going to end up blaming you for it. And it has this energy of like, they don't want to come to terms with their role in things, especially if they have been the catalyst for some to lose someone or something, right? So it's like they're they kind of want to find any reason that they can to make it not their fault. And in that, they're also trying to like convince, I was just about to say they're trying to convince other people. I don't actually think they're doing that. From what I'm seeing, Sag, I don't think they're talking to anybody about anything. I think it's more actually that they are like all of their energy. You might even feel it. It feels like it could be quite, I don't know if this is the right word, but pervasive. Like it's whenever they think of you, like it's just constant. You can't get away from it, if that makes sense. And here's the thing, right? It's like going back to that energy of feeling like they're going to try to plot something. It's like by hook or by crook, they want to get back in, right? It's like they got, you kind of pushed them away because they were mucking about, and now they're going to try to muck about to get back in, right? So it's like that I'm having a hard time kind of pulling in what that's coming from. I feel like I'm going to be honest, Saj. I feel like it might be the only way that this person is used to being in relationships with people, right? Sometimes those sorts of things are, there is obviously a defense mechanism there. Sometimes it's a coping strategy or this or that, but I feel like this is kind of all this person has ever known to a certain extent anyway, that it's like this kind of fancy footwork and it doesn't necessarily feel like they're trying, from their perspective, that they're trying to pull a fast one on you. They're looking at it like, I have to have Sag. I have to have them, and I'm going to. And it's that type of an energy, right? Can we get one more? So we have the star reversed. So, for those of you that are maybe unfamiliar with the tarot, in the major arcana it goes the devil, the tower, and then the star, right? So the devil is where something kind of takes over. The tower is when that thing falls apart, and then the star is usually that time of healing, right? Here's the thing. I feel like this person is looking, like there's times where they look at the situation where they really miss you and there's these like really genuine feelings in there, right? And then there's other times where they look at the situation and they're like, I'm going to get back to Sag by hook or by crook. And when I get there, and it's like, and once they're kind of firmly ensconced in your life again, they intend to, I don't even want to say this, they intend to treat you like crap to make you suffer for having turned them away for what they did in the first place. I'm sorry, I'm trying to not let my own struggle with that type of energy. I feel like this is somebody that it's like they seem to have this thought process that like when they get back in and they're going to try to make you pay for it a little bit, it's like they're going to try to knock you down a few pegs. They're going to try to like take your self-esteem down a little bit so that you don't get so bold as to push them away next time. It's that type of an energy. It kind of makes me want to shake my hands to get it off, Oh dear. I'm uncomfortable with this right now. Okay. Just making sure the deck was up right here. I feel like this is somebody that we have the 10 of Cups with the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. I feel like there's somebody that likes keeping up appearances, right? It's like that might be why or part of the reason that they're not telling anybody, because it's like they're not going to tell anybody until they get back in. Right? So it's almost like then they would be able to say, they wouldn't actually say this to anybody, but they would start to believe it about themselves. It's like, oh, well, Sag left, but they came back, so it's fine. Right? I got them back. Don't worry about it. It's that type of an energy. I feel like it's a real, whereas with some people, having goals and working towards them step by step, that can be a really affirming process. I feel like for this person, being able to pull things back in that they've lost, that seems to be like almost like a healing salve for them, right? Like that seems to be what makes them feel like everything's okay. So obviously this person has their own stuff going on, right? So I think we're going to pull a card for some advice. I'm just looking at which deck we're going to use here. Okay. You'll have to excuse how kind of beat up this deck is. This was my first ever tarot deck. It's very old. So we have the Four of Wands reversed. Yeah. So the Four of Wands usually talks about, kind of having a celebration, like in a very practical sense, it would be like a birthday or a party or something like that. And I feel like there's a message here to, like, obviously always judge the situation for yourself. Of course. But when somebody that kind of messed you around, when they come back around, it's like, hold off on the celebration until, I feel like I don't even need to say this to you, but I'm going to. It's like, make sure that you're not celebrating before you see the change in behavior that you would need, right? I feel like I'm not really articulating this very well. I feel like this person may want to come back around. For some of you, they may not actually ever get the nerve to do so. I'm going to be honest. For some of you, they may just kind of like sit there and quietly resent you. For others of you, it feels like if they come in, they're going to come in, with the band playing in the background and the parades coming down. Like, I feel like it's going to be like a big kind of production. And it's almost like they feel part of that is coming actually from a really sweet place. They kind of feel like they're going to do this big thing for you, and then they'll kind of, you won't be able to resist them. And it does seem to be coming from like, oh, they're genuinely enjoying kind of planning that. But I feel like, but then it kind of always comes back to this energy of wanting to dominate. So I think I'll leave it there, Sag. I love you guys. I wish you the best of luck this week, and we will see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.